Hi, welcome back to JK
Fitness.
Today we will be teaching you warm-up drills, 6 technical skills, and tactical skills in defending and attacking in volleyball.
Let's go!
First things first, we'll be doing a dynamic warm-up. First, we'll be doing high knees. Next, butt kicks. Next, arm swings. Next, leg kicks. And next, open and close the gate. And then closing. And then next, 100% sprints.
Next we will be playing a game of keep up. See how many times you can bump the ball. If you drop the ball, try again.
Next, we'll be playing a game of pepper. This entails a bump, a set, and a spike.
Buddy up! Next, we will be playing a game of 3v3, just to get everybody's bodies moving. The first skill we will be doing is serving, specifically the underhand serve. Serving is the most important skill in volleyball. It is used to start the rally of every game. We will first do the whole skill, then break down the skill. Now we will be doing the breakdown of the underhand serve. So for this skill, you want to be behind the service line. You want to stagger your feet, one in front of the other, opposite of your serving hand. So I am right-handed, I'm going to put my left foot forward. So now you want to hold the ball with your opposite hand. So I'm going to hold it with my left hand out. You want to wind up your arm backwards and then have a full contact underneath the ball with the base of your palm. After that, you want to follow through, transfer the weight from the back foot to the front foot, and then get right into defense position. So once again, I'm going to hold the ball with the opposite foot, have my feet staggered, wind up, and follow. And then get into defense position. The next skill we'll be doing is the forearm pass. The forearm pass is the first opportunity to set up plays. Now we will be doing the breakdown of the forearm pass. For the forearm pass, you will want to be in athletic position, so knees bent, always on your toes and ready to go. Also, you will want to have your arms out and ready to receive the pass and always looking at the target. Once you see the ball coming, you want to put your hands together, one on top of the other, whichever one you prefer, and make a platform with a big surface area. So when it comes, I can easily receive, or I can easily move to receive. You will want to use the legs and your arms to force produce. So you want to straighten out your knees and give a little swing with your arms. Make sure your arms do not go past your shoulders.
Skill is setting. Setters are crucial for setting up the attackers in volleyball and are considered the decision makers. They are like the quarterbacks in football. Now we'll be breaking down the skill of setting. First thing you'll want to think about is getting right under the ball. Knees bent in an athletic position, arms up, crouch a little bit, and make sure you form a triangle above your head with your hands. Make sure your fingers are flexed too. so you can produce force through them too. Once you make contact with the ball, you want to extend your legs and your hips and your arms and your fingers simultaneously all at once. And also it's good to mention that you want to make contact with the fingertips of your hands and push through to your target. The next skill is attacking, also known as spiking. We use this skill to kill the ball or to make the opponent make errors. Now we'll be breaking down the skill of hitting or attacking. What you want to think about is your footwork first. So if you hit with your right hand, start with your left foot. If you hit with your left hand, start with your right foot first. So the steps to hitting or attacking would be 1 step, 2 step, then together, then put your arms back up like this for a wind up, and then produce your force through swinging your arms up and extending your legs to jump up. That when you're in the air, make sure you put your arm back behind by your ear and your opposite hand forward, and then strike the ball when it comes and strike it downwards. So easy way to remember these are cues. So the first step will be Batman's cape. Next one will be Superman. Next will be Robin Hood, and then Hulk smash. So I'll do it again. Batman's cape, Superman, Robin Hood, and then Hulk smash.
The next skill is blocking. Blocking is used to defend the opponent's attack, to funnel the ball to the digger, and to take away the opponent's most effective attacks. Now we will be breaking down the skill of blocking. For the skill of blocking, you will want to start in athletic position as usual. You want to be on your toes, ready to move to the target, have your hands up, and when the ball comes, you want to jump up, and then bend your wrist and push it forward so that it lands on the other side of the court.
Lastly, we'll be doing digging. This skill is used to receive attacks or spikes from the opponent. Now we'll be breaking down the skill of digging. First thing you want to think about is anticipate where the ball is going to be going. So you have to set up your position, get in a low athletic stance, arms out and ready, have your platform here, and then since it will be a fastball, minimum movement is required from your arms. So you don't have to swing your arms too much. So once you make contact with the ball, hit it a little bit, and then make sure you get the ball nice and high for your setter to have enough time to get to the ball for that second touch.
Next, we will be doing tactical skills in volleyball. Specifically, we're going to start with the offense. So there are 2 systems that we'll be focusing on today. The first one is the 6-6, which means there are 6 hitters and 6 setters. This is the most basic system that is used for beginners, so everyone gets to play in every position. So there would be a hitter / setter right here, hitter / setter right here, 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 and here. And vice versa on the other side, it would be the same thing. And when the player rotates into the front row, which is up here, this position right here is going to be where the designator setter is for that specific rotation. We place them there because it's easier to push the ball forward as a beginner, because if you put them in the middle position, they will have to push
the ball backwards using a back set, which could be challenging for them. And that is why we use this system right here. The next system is the 4-2 system. The 4-2 system is 4 hitters and 2 setters. The setters are normally opposite of each other, except for if they are in a rotation position. Sometimes the setter will be setting from the middle depending on their skill. So if they're in the middle, they could set right side and left side, and that means their back set would have to be good. Now, if their back set isn't good, then you will have to rotate with your hitter over, and the setter will have to come right side, so they're able to push the ball forward instead. And that happens after your serve. Now, some of the advantages of this system: there's more consistent setting. You have another attacker. You also might want to match up your tallest setter with the strongest hitter, enabling your team to block better. And also, the overlap rule is very important because you do not want your back row people to go in front of the front row people. And the left side, middle, right side, you guys have to stay in your lanes, and you cannot overlap to the other side, or else that would be a violation.
Now we'll be discussing defensive tactics for volleyball. The first tactic is the man-back perimeter defensive tactic. This tactic allows players to play balls that are attacked in front of them instead of behind them, and it makes it easier for them to counter the ball. So here we have the ball that's being hit from the right side. The right hitter or the right front hitter blocker would go up and block the ball. Middle front would join him. The left front would move slightly to the right and back. Left back will move back this way to cover the open space there. Right back would watch the hitting lane, so watching the ball coming down the lane here. And middle back would slightly come to the back here to watch the ball here. So if the ball goes over the hitter or goes over the blocker, hopefully the blockers will tip it, and then middle back will be able to get the ball, since it's easier to hit the ball that's in front of them instead of to the side, which right back would sometimes need to do, but it will be easier for middle back. If the ball was to be hit from the middle, middle front would just be the only blocker, and right front and left front would just move back a little bit, watching the open spaces. Same thing with left back, middle back, and right back. It would just cover all the open spaces and move to where they need to be. And left side, if the ball is hit from the left side, again, middle front would join left front to block the ball, and right foot would move back this way if the ball was hitting from the left side. And basically these guys change positions. So left back would watch lane, middle back would come back this way a little bit, and right back would go back this way a little bit. The next defensive tactic is the man-up rover defensive tactic. This defense is advantageous because it reduces the amount of movement to cover both the setter dump and the attacker's spike. So here we have all 6 positions, but instead of middle back being at the back, we have him at the front, and the 2 sides, or the 2 back rows at the back corners. So if the ball is coming from right side, right front would block, middle front would join him in the block, middle back would watch tip right behind the 2 blockers, right back will watch down the lane here, and he can also watch a little bit to his left, just in case it goes over the blockers. And so, same thing with left back too. So your watch is here and up here. And then left front, you'll watch a little bit to the back. And then so now, here is covered. So all that is covered from right back, middle back, just watching tip, and then these two blockers. With this big area being watched by left front and left back. If it's hit by the middle, then all these guys would need to do is move back here. Same thing with left front, he would just move to the same position. Right front would do the same thing but opposite side. But middle front will be the only blocker. Middle back, he will be watching tip here. And right front or right back and left back would be watching the same thing, with watching behind middle back and to the front of them and here. And left side, same thing but opposite for right side. So left block, middle will join in and block. Right goes back a little bit, middle back watches tip, and these guys will do the same thing. So these two are diggers.
We hope you all broke a sweat and learned something new about volleyball.
Thank you for joining us on the season finale of JK Fitness.
So when the ball comes, okay. If you drop the ball, try again.
Make sure you form a triangle with your head, arms up, and fingers flex. Make sure you form a triangle above your circle. Up.
3, 2. So when the ball comes, okay. To funnel to the ball to